student Carson Starkey, which occurred on December 2nd, 2008, as a result of a fraternity hazing ritual. At the conclusion of our investigation, the San Luis Obispo District Attorney filed criminal charges against the suspects, and warrants were obtained for their arrest. All 4 individuals surrendered themselves this morning pursuant to those warrants, and they all posted bail. If convicted, the suspects face up to a year in county jail for the misdemeanors and up to 3 years in state prison for the felonies.
Wow. That sounds like a whole lot of fun. I guess we all don't need any idea of what a misdemeanor or a felony is, right? They're all pretty bad things. It's a lot of jail time. It's a lot of embarrassing moments with family and friends. It's not a good time. Here's some examples of some fraternity members who were convicted in that case. I'm going to read a little bit of the police report from what the young woman at KEYT was talking about. This was given out by the San Luis Obispo Police Department. This was a result of a hazing act, a hazing ritual, I should say, something I'll get back to in just a second. It's referred to as Brown Bag Night, an annual pledge event during which big brothers reveal their identity to the pledges by providing each pledge with a brown bag containing large quantities of alcoholic beverages, along with written clues about the identity of their big brother. This is definitely not big brother, big sister. Do not get these confused. The investigation revealed that Carson Starkey, the victim, drank alcohol from his brown bag as well as from the Everclear bottle. At some point, Carson became unresponsive. He was later pronounced dead at the Sierra Vista Regional Medical Center. I think enough has been said. Carson Starkey was 18 years old. He was just starting his career in education, and he was just starting life. 18, young age, bright future. I had an opportunity to speak with the police, Cal Poly Police Chief Bill Wantley. We had a great conversation concerning this case that he was very avidly involved in. He knew all of the victims. He knew the victim, and he also knew the party involved as well. These 4 young men here. I have a little personal experience with fraternities. I've seen what they can do. Plenty of negative effects. I can't say that I walked away from one of those parties with an absolute high that what I was doing the next day was going to be great, which included a few tests and various other educational things while I was going to college. I had an opportunity to study up on this, read some great text from the library that talked about the pros, I should say, and cons. But really the cons outweigh the pros greatly. Guys, fraternities and sororities affect all of us. We're all students here at this college. Obviously, UVU does not have a very effective sorority and fraternity program, and I'm going to say right now, for the most part, that's a good thing. Okay? We're in college. Stresses of life. We're trying to get good grades. We're trying to impress people. All right? These social groups affect those more than anything you will ever know. And then after college, what do we want to do after this? We want to really make it big. We're here for a reason. We're not here just to meet friends, possibly meet a wife, or just impress parents because that's what they think we should do. Basically what I'm saying here, folks, fraternities and sororities create a social and educational slippery slope of failure for today's college students. I want to do this by reiterating alcohol. There was a related instance here in this video we saw, and I believe that it is the #1 factor of destruction in a college student's life. Damaging health, and I'm not just talking bodily injury here, I'm talking about mental, like I said, physical and emotional. I think that's the big one here. We'll touch on that in just a second, and obviously in the future. How fraternities and sororities can really affect a person's future. Back to alcohol. We saw a great example right here. We saw a young man die, a bunch of guys go to jail. That fraternity is no longer, according to the chief of police at Cal Poly, no longer at that campus. Alcohol obviously impedes our judgment. I want to give you a little example here. A study done in 2002 by Higginson, Herring, Zachas, Kopenstein, and Welcher back in obviously 2002. It was a study on alcohol. It said 14,000 students died from alcohol-related injuries. 500,000 were injured while under the influence of alcohol. More than 600,000 students are assaulted by another student who has been drinking. 70,000 are victims of alcohol-related sexual assault. We actually had a few more that I did not want to add, but quite graphic. So how can that affect what we're doing here at school? What's our educational priorities? Fraternities are all on campus. They're integrated within school. Do we want to study? Do good grades? Do we want to drink? Do we want to have a party? Or do we want to party? Another cool study I found in a book called Inside Greek University, or U. In 1996, a study showed that 25% of college students missing class, falling behind, doing poorly on exams or papers, and receiving lower grades overall because of their drinking. Let's just say, in a nutshell, fraternity sororities do not help you educationally because alcohol is involved. It is the backbone. It is what starts a party, it is end a party. And I should say function, not so much party. Damaging health. Mentioned that in the preview. Hazing. Who knows what hazing is? Skippy.
It's when you take a person and you want to include them in your group, but you do really mean things to them first before they're allowed to be in your group.
Wow, that could involve a lot of things, health-wise, right?
Absolutely.
Physically, emotionally.
Absolutely.
You mentioned a great one there, and we'll get to that in a second. I want to, out of this Inside Greek U book, it mentioned a few hazing rituals. Forced to drink. Forced to eat rotten foods. Tying individuals to chairs, poles, or other objects. And, of course, physical abuse. Wow, fun, good times, positive, uplifting, things we should have in our life all the time. Also involved drug, sex abuse, mentioned before, and possibly, in Carson Starkey's case, even death. I want to read a quote here from Bill Watton, that police chief. Here at Cal Poly University, Johnny, some sorority members provide sex for other fraternities as part of their sorority. But what other reasons might they be doing that? Social image. Insecurities. Do they end after high school? Do we want to be cool? Do we stop wanting to be cool and be invited into these social activities after high school as we get to college? No, they are here and they are here to stay, especially for young college students trying to impress the seniority of that group. It can also lead to anorexia for girls. Want to be skinnier. A sorority saying, you know what, you got to look like this to be in our sorority. Guys want to take steroids. They want to be muscle bound. It's cool to be muscle bound. If you're not, you're going to be rejected in the sorority. I mentioned before, insecurities. They kill. They will make you do things you do not want to do, including suicide. Last future. After college. Folks, what do we want to do after college? We don't want to waste our tuition, do we? All the things I've said sound like a big waste of tuition. Grades plummeting. Missing class. Jail time. Degree lost. I don't want to walk out of here with a degree. I didn't back in 2007. Why? I spent a little too much time having a little fun with my friends at parties, not fraternities. Just too much partying, too many late nights. Not even involving alcohol. Failed career. Say goodbye to that career. A lot of these young men, do you think their lives would be different had they made a different choice? Absolutely. Jail time. Obvious. Folks, alcohol is included with fraternity and sororities. Damaging health mentally, physically. Heck, I'll say spiritually. Skippy, just for you.
Thanks.
It can kill you. Avoid fraternities, guys. Don't destroy your future. There are other ways to enjoy college life. He was 18 years old. I'll bet you when he left Austin, Texas, he had no idea what he would be doing, who he'd be doing it with, and what it would involve. And was he a victim of circumstance? Did he fall down some stairs? Did he get hit by a car? Was it a freak accident? No, it was a choice made based off of rules that were applied by a social group that destroys educations and lives. You still don't believe me that this young man, you know, was one in a million. It happens. These things happen at parties. Go ahead and call this guy's parents. See how they feel about fraternities. Good-looking kid. And he had a bright future. Thank you.